Even though I did have to tell a lot of lies to fit in, a lot of them did call me like Mama Michelle. It made me feel kind of warm when I never expected to feel that way in jail.
You know, baby, cry. Come on, Mama.
I don't know if I've ever felt such relief. 60 days is a long time. The only thing I can describe is just pure like bliss, happiness, and like just joy. I was so proud.
What was your first impression when you walked in the zone as to how you were treated by the people that you were going to be living with for the next couple of months?
I was treated very well. I've seen a lot of really decent behavior out of the inmate population taking care of each other. When I hit my head on the stairs, several people came to my attention and helped me up. I can't believe one of your dirtiest places in your jail is in medical. In fact, when I went down there, one of the medical staff didn't want to see me because I wasn't actively bleeding. Fortunately for me, the physician was standing right there and took a look, and she's like, no, he probably needs stitches. He's got a head laceration. But I think they said I was down there for almost 8 hours.
Wow.
To have this done.
You've been extremely thorough, and it's given us a great insight. And we really do appreciate what you did, John.
Absolutely. Yep.
Hey,
Well, hello, Michelle. How are you? Good to see you on
Better,
this side.
yeah,
Yeah.
much better.
I'm all ears.
Okay. To start, the experience was a lot harder than I ever imagined. I had a firsthand view of the prescription medication that's given at the door, and everybody saves it. Not very many people take it. And I've gave a lot of thought to this. I wanted to sleep so bad, and this is something that's gonna make you sleep.
Yeah. Definitely gonna knock your ass out.
Desperate times, desperate measures, and you take them, you don't even think twice about it.
There's no judgment here. And I think you understand now what people will do, push to a certain limit.
Absolutely. People that don't have money on their books, they save their medication and they trade it for commissary, and they have more commissary than anybody else.
And that makes sense. Thank you. What you've provided is so valuable. You've made us proud.
Thank you so much for that.
Maury. Yeah. Hang it up.
When they called my name, I kept pinching myself. I'm like, am I asleep? Am I asleep? It felt like a dream at first, but it was real. I just didn't believe it. At first, when I was getting bullied, I'm like, what kind of social worker would I be if, I let somebody tear me down like this? By them giving me the reaction that they gave me, I felt like they respected me, they would actually miss me, and there was a change from when I first went in.
Fresh air, how's it feel?
Take these off of me.
Get these off me.
Yeah. I've grown as a person, as a woman. I don't look at a person as being able to bully me anymore.
Where am I going? Everybody was out in the day room. When they heard my name called, of course, the whole place got excited. This I haven't used. I'll leave this with you if you want it. Because I can take this one. I'm that kind of guy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I got my roommate. We got to know each other well. He was sad to see me go.
Hey, you might be going next door, man, unless if you made mom or something.
No, I'm not going home. I know that there's other people still there. So I don't want anybody doing the math and, figuring anything out, because they're smart, I'm feeling like I'm ready to go. Ready to go home, ready to get with my girl. I forgot what shoes felt like. It's a long time to wear flip-flops, man.
Thank you.
I've seen at least 3 or 4 beatdowns where guys were brought behind the staircase, and it's so bizarre. The fact that the guys that are doing it Some of them almost willingly go there like, all right, let me take my beating.
So what was the purpose of that at all?
I think it was just to show that the Bloods were the in control of the pod. You know, I don't like to see people get victimized. That bothers me, you know, without, you know, trying to step in and stop it. But in that situation, it really wasn't my place to do that. You know, I got people I love elsewhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing bad happened to me. Got involved with a little bit of contraband. They put me in a cell with straight up Blood kid who was actually pretty cool. This kid managed to get weed into the room and coordinate a lighter. Like it was a whole full-scale process, man. And I'm in there for growing weed, you know what I'm saying? So what am I gonna do? All I'm picturing is standing in front of the colonel and him being like, what the To have the one guy that he had the conversation with about not breaking any laws, smoking weed in his jail, he can't be happy about it.
All right, Matt. This is the end of the line for you, man.
Good.
Hey, congratulations, man.
All right, man.
Job well done.
Good luck, brother. I won't cry if I don't see you again, though.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hello.
Hello.
Who was that pretty lady?
How you doing
I'm
today?
good.
So, you made it through.
I did.
So are you ready to start talking?
I'm ready.
All right, let's go.
The officers were the biggest issues. If they would have took their jobs more seriously, that whole duration that I was in jail would have been easier. It was multiple times where somebody would tell an officer something in confidence, and the officer would go back and tell the inmate what was said.
How many fights did you see?
One day, the girls got into it. They were fighting in the room. The fight spread out into outside the room by the step. It was a lot of people right there. People were pressing the button. No officers came. That's when I realized there's not always a person in the control room.
Really?
And that is dangerous.
We vastly appreciate your service to Fulton County.
Thank you.
Hey, Matt.
Hello.
How you doing today?
I'm good.
Excellent. You managed to stay in there for 60 days.
I hope something positive comes out of it.
Why don't you go ahead and get started and tell us what you think?
As far as the staff is concerned, most everyone that I ran into, very professional, all did their jobs well. A couple of them, it felt like their view on it was that I'm dealing with criminals. Like it was their job to ensure that these inmates felt the full weight of the incarceration.
About how many fights did you see in there, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, initially when I got there, I saw 3 fights. I saw 2 beatdowns where it was 5-on-1. I seen them hit a kid, drag him by his collar under the stairs. Behind the stairs is not hidden. You know, you could clearly see it from the window up top. Not once in any one of those fights did an officer come to the door. The second thing I want to talk to you about is contraband.
I'm anxious to hear about that.
So at the time of this incident, I'm housed in 500 pod. Let's say an individual is arrested for some crime. He's brought to your facility, and he gets searched. He was able to hide some contraband on him, that being marijuana. He goes to this dress-down process where he's separated from his clothing. This inmate manages to get through that process with his boxers with the contraband. And where does he end up? My cell. I didn't go looking for this. We smoked it.
Here's my perspective. I would prefer you not. You don't know what's being laced in that marijuana, but I think you handled it well.
With the backstory that you were given, I think you did what you had to do, smoking the marijuana that you mentioned. Other than that, I think your cover would have absolutely have been blown, being that that was your backstory. So it only happened that one time.
Only happened the one time, and I'm glad that you guys aren't looking at it like I was mocking your authority, which would not be my intention.
No judgment here. This is a fairly in-depth description of how contraband is trafficked. I really appreciate that.
Part of the life. When I seen Kayleen, I was dumbfounded. I was like, wow. I was happy to see her. It relieved a lot of, like, you know, my stress that I had built up from not seeing her and not touching her.
What?
It's been a while.
It's been a while. I better not do this ever again.
I have been asked if I would be interested in staying another 60 days.
Why do you want to do that? What would possibly keep you here?
A lot of information that I'm learning. I'm able to grow relationships with everybody in here instead of just one or two people, and it's gonna help the jail.
You really feel like this is something you have to do, stay these extra 60 days?
Mm-hmm. Love you.
I love you too.
Give me a hug. I feel like she kind of left with that broken heart. 60 days was hard, and this next 60 days will be even harder than the first 60 times 5.